In this game, you will be presented with scenarios that require you to take action, like hearing something hateful while gaming or watching a provocative video on social media. From the 3 alternative options presented, you will use your mouse to select one based on the information given and what outcome you think this will have. The choices you make will determine the route your character takes. Remember to be aware of getting trapped in risky or harmful situations, as the different choices can lead to situations involving extremism and radicalisation, damaging the outcome for your character. Charlie was enjoying an online game with friends. Charlie had not long started attending a new college in East Riding, and they were so relieved to have made new friends having recently left school. Charlie has started browsing new games and websites that some of the new friends use. Sometimes, though, the people on these websites say things that seem off, even slightly concerning. Someone on this website has encouraged Charlie to download a video, but Charlie is unsure. How should Charlie react? Charlie wanted to continue being part of their new online community. Charlie downloaded the video and shared it with different people online. Charlie felt relieved and happy that people were liking the video and also sharing it. Deep down, Charlie wasn't sure if this was the right thing to do, as some of the ideas in the video were extreme and violent. It's important to remember that downloading or streaming certain content can lead to a terrorist offence conviction. Charlie is receiving an important grade on a piece of work they submitted for their hospitality course at college. Charlie put in a lot of effort for this work and is excited to receive good feedback. Charlie takes a seat in class and waits to get their grade. To their disappointment, Charlie doesn't do as well as they expect. They got 60 out of 100 for their work, but they wanted at least 75 out of 100. To make matters worse, somebody else got 80 out of 100, and the teacher said that this person has received a job offer. Charlie has applied to dozens of jobs, but hasn't had any luck yet. Somebody else in the class tells Charlie that this is proof that immigrants are coming to the UK and taking our jobs. Charlie approached the classmate angrily. He agreed with the ideas and began shouting about them in class. The teacher let Charlie know that the school has a zero tolerance on hate speech. The teacher was concerned by Charlie's outburst and tried to get to the bottom of it. Charlie became more agitated and ended up having to sit alone for the duration of the week's lessons because of the hurtful things they said. Charlie has been chilling out all afternoon. They've been scrolling on social media. They spot a video that seems to be getting a lot of attention. Charlie watches the video and learns from the video that Muslim men are stealing the places of British war veterans in emergency accommodation. In the video, they explain that the government is betraying white British people and we need to take back control of our country. Charlie couldn't believe what they were seeing. Charlie immediately began typing comments and sharing the video with their friends and family, wondering what they could do to stop this. As the likes, comments and shares came in, they felt that they had performed a patriotic service by standing up for veterans and white people's rights. Unfortunately, Charlie didn't realise that some of the groups they were engaging with online were actually illegal. Charlie has been enjoying a family dinner at home when they receive a notification from their friend. Charlie's mum makes a comment about using phones at the dinner table, but Charlie checks in anyway. Amelia, Charlie's close friend, has made a video encouraging young people in Bridlington to join a political group that seeks to defend English rights. Amelia encourages Charlie to join a secret group on an app Charlie hasn't heard of before. Charlie isn't sure whether to join, explore further, or ignore. Charlie thought the video the friend posted was so funny. They couldn't believe how many likes Amelia's memes were getting. It was inspiring. Charlie joined the secret group on this new platform. Their phone wouldn't stop buzzing with messages of support and invitations to participate in several similar groups. Charlie's mum was not so pleased and grew suspicious of all this new activity their child seemed to be involved in. Charlie was seeing their dad at the weekend. He lives in Hull, so their weekends look very different to their weekdays in East Riding. Charlie's friend Amelia immediately looked interested and told them about a protest she wished she could go to herself, but was not allowed. Amelia spoke of a gathering that had been organised by a small political group. They would come together and protest the changes that Britain has been through in the last few years and the erosion of British values. Amelia talked about the banners and the pickets that her friends had made for the events and expressed a real regret that she could not go, begging Charlie to go in her place. Charlie has nothing to do this weekend, and a protest sounded like an interesting thing to take part in. Charlie decided this would be a good use of their time. Considering all the things they had seen and heard over the last few weeks, it would be good to express their feelings about it with like-minded individuals. Charlie arrived at the protest and was swept up by the atmosphere. It was great to see so many people there. Everything was going well until Charlie almost became involved in a fight by accident. The police saw they were part of a group and took their details. Charlie was frightened by this, not knowing if their parents would be informed. Charlie thought about all the difficult choices they had needed to make in the last few weeks. Some of their choices had led to changes in friendship, and Charlie was feeling low, as they weren't sure if they had made the right decisions. The teacher had noticed this and decided to reach out. The teacher sat with them and talked openly and frankly about the ideology that Charlie had discovered. The teacher reassured that Charlie had made the right decisions. Charlie realised that if they had chosen to engage with these harmful ideas, the consequences would have been very different. Charlie accepted they may need support. They began a workshop that help them learn how to engage positively with ideology and the differences between right and wrong in expressing political beliefs. Charlie received counselling to help them process the other events in their life, and they felt much better for it. Charlie was referred to Prevent and Channel. Charlie was assigned a mentor to help them one-to-one, someone who had been in their shoes. They were reluctant at first, but gradually warmed to their mentor, forming trust with them, having heard and understood the similarities between them. The mentor was honest about the dangers of following a harmful ideology, and the message resonated with Charlie. Charlie had been informed of the support they would receive from Prevent, including skills support and family sessions. With all these gentler interventions, Charlie was able to rebuild their confidence, find their identity, and continue their college course successfully. What is Prevent? Prevent is a referral programme operated by the Home Office in partnership with local services. It was set up in 2003 as part of legislation responding to the 9/11 terror attack in the USA. The overarching aim of Prevent is to stop violent extremism from happening within our communities. Prevent works on the basis that any ideology can be harmful, and therefore anyone can be at risk of becoming radicalised. The programme seeks to identify cases of extremism before any violent acts are committed, and it does so by addressing difficulties vulnerable individuals may be experiencing and helping them overcome it. Why is Prevent important? Prevent is an important part of the UK's counter-terrorism strategy because it seeks to tackle extremist behaviour as it emerges instead of after an attack. It acknowledges that underlying issues and vulnerabilities play a role in extreme ideas and behaviours and wants to reduce the effects that push someone into extremism. It's important because Prevent doesn't seek to punish people who have fallen victim to radicalisation. It aims to reduce the risk of violence and enable vulnerable people to live a life without hate or violence. Who does Prevent support? Though it is rare, Prevent understands that any ideology has the potential to harm others if the right conditions are met. Prevent does not target any specific demographic, community or ideology, and the support they offer is available to anyone who may be motivated by an ideology to behave in an extreme manner. This means that anyone could be referred to Prevent to receive their support. What is the process and how does Prevent work? Prevent will only come into contact with someone if they receive a referral either from them directly or from someone who has concerns. Referrals can come from a variety of places, such as parents, other family members or friends, teachers and health or social workers. Anyone can make a referral if they have concerns about radicalisation. The referral asks the person filling the form to include details about the individual's behaviour, beliefs and other contextual factors that might make them vulnerable. The referral is then reviewed by a panel of experts from different fields to discuss if the person is at risk or not, and what kind of support would be most appropriate. Most referrals are not followed up by Prevent if support from other organisations is more appropriate. On the occasions where Prevent does take on a referral, the information is passed to Channel. Channels are the specialists in supplying support that is specific to radicalisation and ideologies. They work with the individual to reduce the risk of harm to that person and wider society. They take a multi-agency approach to providing support, so support could involve mentors, interactions with people who left harmful ideologies, family support, financial and housing support, counselling or therapy sessions, religious support, and more. Receiving support from Prevent or Channel does not appear on a criminal record. Any involvement is always confidential and voluntary. Involvement with Prevent seeks to lead people away from behaviours that are against the law before they engage. It is designed not only to keep communities safe and peaceful, but to enable the individual at risk to live a fulfilling life without the risk of fines, arrests, or prison sentences, which may arise from extreme behaviours.